Let's talk about getting organic growth for your messenger program. So we all want a chart like this that starts at zero and just keeps rising. But we don't want to depend completely on paid traffic because there's a lot of opportunities to grow your subscription base. And here's what we're going to look at, the ways you can do this and the ways we use this with our restaurant clients and even some of our clients in the boat and RV business. But a lot of restaurants we're working with are doing this, and then agencies that are using our restaurant program as well. So let's walk through all the different opportunities. So number one, past messages. So past messages and posts I put in the same place, and I'll show you. So here's a past post where somebody had commented on a post, and we could do two things here. We can message them or we can reply to their post. Are you a member of our VIP offers program, Kenny? Question mark. If not, click the link below to get a free Captain Crunch shake. We put the ref URL in there. You can do that through a post. You can do that through a message. Couple words of caution. So number one, if you're doing it their past messages, think about the positive comments you've gotten. That's a pretty easy one. Reward them for being a great customer. But you've got bad comments in there too. So you want to make sure that you may or may not want to open that can of worms. It's a person that you think, hey, this is a great way to reward them. Hey, Mike, I know a while back you had a bad experience. We want to reward you with something. We just launched a new program. Here's your chance to get a free shake. If not, I completely understand. But at the same time, you can also think about, is it worth opening that can of worms? So you got to evaluate that on a case-by-case basis. Now, there's also some rules within Facebook, and I'm waiting for some clarification on this with regards to outreach. And I don't see where it's a problem on a one-to-one basis reaching out to past customers, but there are the terms of service and when you can reach out to people. I don't know 100% that those apply to one-to-one communication or if that is strictly on broadcast. So I'm looking for some clarification on that. So post comments, you're fine. Messages, let's check back later with me and find out where we're at on that. That's an easy one. Now, the cool part about that is that you can really see the results of that. I'm going to show you a little later on that, is that if you use different ref URLs for all of these elements, you can see how they're doing. So we got post past messages, we got post comments. Now let's go to website. Pretty simple. Graphic, call to action on your website, similar to what I'm going to show you here. Then you got your email and text list as well. So if I go to an email and text list, this is a client's email that we sent out on their behalf. And it's their typical monthly broadcast that goes out with regards to different things happening, their food, their drink specials, their 20th year anniversary party they had. But we had this right here, want a free burger, and we include these every time we send emails out with different call to actions, different messaging, different things of that nature, different pictures. In this case, it's click here to get it. And this was in August, so this is a shot August 26th. They still have an opportunity to use it. And I open it up, and it's going to deliver our VIP offer to them. And of course, we've got the option here to click the redeem button when they come in the restaurant. They redeem the offer. This customer spends $23, and it tracks it and does all that great stuff. But that's driving traffic to our bot, driving revenue to the restaurant, and good things like that. So you can use that with your email and text list. Like we've got a client right now, an agency that just landed a restaurant group that has 10 locations, I believe, no, 25 locations, sorry, and each location has an average of about 10 to 15,000 texts that people have opted in to get, and they're trying to figure out ways to talk to them differently and track and monitor. So they're actually going to do a ref URL promo where they send out a message about the VIP offers program. So it's a database they already own and they have permission to talk to. They're going to use that to drive people in Messenger. So it's a great organic way. In store, this is huge. This is untapped. But at the same time, it takes training. So 3 ways that are really good for restaurants and a lot of businesses and retail, obviously. Check presenters, or when you present the person with their bill, posters, and table toppers. Now, if you have posters and you'll see you're in a restaurant, you don't want to give somebody a reward before they pay you. So have those strategically placed or have a delay on the message that is sent. So you don't want to give them a free dessert when they're already in the restaurant. Maybe delay it for 3 or 4 hours or a day. Or have those presented when people are leaving the building. You're going to get your biggest bang for the buck, though, on the check presenters and on asking the question. So, for example, I just put in a group of mine that I have today let me get this closed, an image of one of our clients that they have the check presenter and a video that has how to use it. So, for example, this is a YouTube video we made for the clients to tell them how to use the program.
Hey, what's going on? It's
Matt Platt with the ROI Experts, and I want to walk you through how you can. So this is a video that tells them, because you, at the end of the day, it's only good if you use it correctly. And in this case, we talk about the conversation that a waiter goes to a table, a server goes to a table, a bartender, and hey, what's going on? Do you have Facebook Messenger on your phone? Yeah, I do. Why? Are you on our VIP offers program? No, I'm not. How would you like a free shake your next visit? Well, heck yeah. Cool. Do me a favor, pull out Messenger, take it out, click this button. So it's going to take some hand holding because people are not familiar with Messenger scan codes. It's got a similarities to a QR code from back in the day, but they don't know what it is. They don't know how to use it. It's easy to walk through, but you've got to train your staff. Weekly posts. This is a big one. We find a lot of success with this because Facebook's algorithm doesn't show every post to every person every time. It varies. So we have weekly posts that we do. Let me see if I can find one. There's the window where we do a post talking about the promotion and a different picture. Obviously, give credit to the person that shared that with us. And we then take a ref URL, put it in there, and we now can see that person as they opt in. So for example, if I go up here and I go to this ref URL, this is that particular ref URL down here, opt-in ref URL. There's 70 people that have opted into it. Cool part is, I mentioned earlier, all of these elements back here, you can have different ref URLs for. So you can see, okay, how efficient is my past messaging? How efficient is my post comments from the past? How efficient is my website, email, in-store? You can measure those different tactics to see what kind of traction you're getting. So for example, in this one, I'll just show you, this is opt-in ref URL, is what we call it. So if I go into here and I look up, I've got 67 people that came into my bot. And here's an even cool thing. Okay, let's look and see how many of them redeemed their opt-in offer. So of those 67 people, how many of them walked in the restaurant and spent money? So far, 21. So you can see, of those people, a third have walked into the restaurant from these posts like this. So the people that click this link, that opt in, they come in. It's free traffic. It's found revenue. Next thing, offsite events. Now, I found this one in the Facebook mini chat community that Haley Simber did, and this is awesome. She's got either she has an agency that works with fitness professionals or she has a gym, but she had cups at her event and had this amazing graphic put on there. I mean, when you go to events, when you do in-house stuff, when you go to Chamber of Commerce meetings, I've seen people that have their name badges when they go to events, they'll have it around their neck and it's got the scan code. Instead of handing a business card, have the person pull out their phone, scan your card, get them into your bot, have a conversation with them. But this is something Haley did. Looks awesome. I'm sure it worked really well, and I love it. And so that is how to use it in events. Now, last but not least, a community group. And this is something that a lot of people aren't using. And you've got to tread lightly. You don't want to be spammy. You want to be professional. And you also got to have a person that's willing to do this, like me, myself, or people on my staff, if they're willing to do this for our clients, or the clients themselves, the owners can do this pretty simply. But go into community programs and, okay, here we go. So this is a Fairfield residence community. This is in Cincinnati, and it has, does it say how many members we got here? 8,500 members. And this is free food. Here's some local businesses offering pretty cool promos now. It lists 4 restaurants. It's got their ref URL. And we get a lot of traction from those. I can look and see, like, here's another one that we did a couple months before that. The same thing. This is for one business. But I mean, this one here had 29 comments. And the one thing you got to be prepared for in these community groups is people don't read. Click this link and comment. Don't comment here. They still commented here. And so you have to go through and tell them what's going on. But those are all elements of how you can get organic traffic to your bot. And I want you to think about this. On a monthly basis, if you consistently go back through past messages, through past comments, if you have a website link on your website, you're getting a lot of traffic there. It's a great pull through email list. Also on your website, why not have them click the button on the contact us page instead of emailing you or instead of calling you? I mean, have your phone number, obviously, but maybe, hey, got a question about our hours, about our menu? Click here, get them in there, and have some bots built. Email and text list, everybody's got lists. I mean, this client right here, we've built a pretty big list for them, but they also had a prior list of a couple thousand. If we can, on a monthly basis, get 10 or 20 people to come from that list into that program, it's great. In-store is huge. It's literally the biggest opportunity, the lowest hanging fruit. But the tricky part is it comes down to staff. It comes down to your staff understanding how to do it and loving it. I was at a restaurant one time, a national chain. I walked to the register, I'm paying. She goes, "You don't want to join our email list, do you?" And I looked up like, wow, that's pretty motivating. So make sure you have some training in place. Have contests. Whoever gets the most people to opt in, whoever gets you can have different ref URLs for different staff. That might be a little complicated how big you are. But maybe you have overall stats. Hey, if we get 100 people opt in this month through the program, everybody gets this, or we're going to give a party. But I know restaurants that get 200-300 people a day come in the restaurant. 90%, 95% aren't in your program. It's a huge, huge, huge opportunity. So that is a big one. Now, next is all of these weekly posts, offsite events, community groups. And sorry for the noise in the background. I'm on my back deck, and it's a nice day here in Kentucky. So if you hear the crickets and the birds chirping, it's a great environment to hang out in, but I might come across weird in the microphone. But if you look at all these items, let's say past messages, you get 5 people, 10 people a month. Post comments, you get 10 to 20 a month. Website, you get 10 to 20. You get the picture here. You can have 100 to 200 people. Now, we're typically seeing it's costing us about $1 to $2 through social media to get an opt-in. So if you can get 100 here, you just saved 100 to 200 bucks. And you saw where this weekly post one here with Burger Parlor has driven 21 people into the restaurant, and all we did was make an organic post, got about 60 or 70 people, and that's actually only about 6 weeks old, that one, that organic one. And so in the last month and a half, we've driven, 21 people into the restaurant. Their average check in the program is about $30. There's $600 in revenue that was free money. So that's the game plan. That's how you can use Facebook bots to drive people, but organically, and drive them into your business. So think about all these opportunities here. Think about where else you can do this, and think about how you can use this to find free traffic and found money and grow your database and messenger organically. That's all I got. I'll see you around.